welcome to Yoga with Brittany and Amy. For today's practice, we're going to focus more on shoulders and hips. The reminder that while I may be cueing more stillness poses, since more of you have been doing these practices in the evening, you are always free to move within postures. I do not expect you to be statues in freezing stillness within the pose. So we have on hand a couple of different props. That doesn't necessarily mean that we'll use them. They're there in case you need them. So we have a strap and 2 blocks, and Amy is sitting on a blanket. One of the postures, if you don't have blocks, you can actually use a rolled up blanket or a pillow to run along your spine, and it will be just as beneficial and technically more comfortable than the blocks. The blocks are a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, so if you don't have a strap, options that are really good is a scarf, a bathrobe tie, a belt, a resistance band or resistance strap, a kinesiology elastic band. Yeah, something that allows you to thread through and pull, or put on your feet and pull. Alternatives for blocks can be chairs, stools, books, nice hard-covered books. So those are some options. Like I said, rolled up towel, rolled up blanket, a pillow, just because you want to be able to control depth. So reminder that this is an opportunity to be present now, to embrace how your body and emotions are feeling right now. You don't have to explain or justify or beat yourself up. Postures, they're going to feel different every single time you practice. And I'm not here critiquing your postures or poses. So listen to your body. We want to prevent injury. Reminder that there's a difference between discomfort and pain. So if it is sharp and shooting or pinching, that means it's pain. So you need to pull back and re-enter the posture from a gentler place, and make sure that you're not holding your breath. If you're holding your breath, that is often your body warning you that you're entering pain areas. So make sure that you're trying to hang on to that full yoga breath, filling the belly, filling the chest, feeling the gentle rise of the collarbones, and as you exhale, compressing the collarbones, compressing the chest, compressing the belly. So we'll go ahead and get started. A reminder too that if you're more comfortable keeping your eyes open, that do that. That you're allowed to do that. For many of us, finding or being able to enter a meditation is easier with your eyes closed because there's less stimulation from the environment. So then it's easier to tune inward, if that makes sense. If the music isn't loud enough for you, you can always hop on Spotify, and there are several playlists that you can access that way. So many of you have requested shoulders and hips, so we'll go ahead and get started. So coming into a comfortable seated position, you can either be up on a blanket with your legs out straight. You can come into a crisscross position. You could even hug your knees if you wanted to, if that is something that you feel speaks to you today. So taking a moment to shift around and get comfortable. To find that spot where you can feel ease. Feeling the spaces that are making contact with the floor. Feeling the reach of the spine. Feeling the drop of your shoulders. Noticing the sensations of your body. They don't have to be relaxed. The sensations might be tight and screaming. They might be energetic. They might feel unsettled. Not adjusting the way that you're breathing, just allowing yourself to feel natural. And when you're ready, beginning to adjust the breath, feeling your belly expand. Your rib cage reach towards your side arms. Feeling your collarbones as they reach towards your chin. We exhale as the collarbones drop. The rib cage moves away from the arms. The belly button reaching towards your spine. That inhale breath to find those areas that are feeling tight and screaming. Filling the space, and as you exhale, pulling inward, allowing the muscles to melt. You may find it helpful to think as you exhale, release. If you closed your eyes, gently moving them open. So from whatever comfortable seated position, whether it's your legs out straight or in that crisscross position, remembering that if your knees are feeling tight, sitting up on a blanket or propping your knees with the blocks. Allowing the hands to rest at your sides, lengthening through the spine. Taking a nice deep inhale, you're going to drop your ear towards your shoulder. You're actually going to even shrug that shoulder up and tip the chin slightly towards the ceiling. Allowing your arms to be soft. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch sides. If you need more movement within this posture, you can follow your breath pattern instead of holding for a few breaths. You may also choose to track the chin gently across your chest. A nice little crescent. Connecting to the breath, inviting those tight places in the shoulder, neck, and face to release. Being kind to yourself. Don't yell at the muscles. Come from a place of compassion, honoring the limits that your body is setting at this time. And allowing yourself to feel the discomfort. Giving yourself permission to feel into the sensations that are present, even the uncomfortable ones. Ones that make you sometimes feel discouraged. The ones that make you feel restricted. Inviting the softening of the face. When you feel complete, coming back to center. All right, so moving your legs into that bound angle posture. Soles of the feet together, knees dropped out, about a palm's width of distance between your pelvis and your heels. Perhaps using your hands to help move your buttocks flesh, to help you in that forward folding. Again, if you need the blocks to support your knees, or being up on a blanket, so as you exhale, finding a place of growth sensation. So remember, we don't want pain, but discomfort is good. So you can, there's a couple of different options if you'd like to invite more sensation, and depending on where in your body you would like to feel it. You may clasp your ankles and press your elbows into your thighs to invite release within the midline of the body. You may choose to reach the hands forward and feel moving sensation more into the spine and more into the arms and shoulders. Remembering that you're leading with your chest, you don't want to be dumping into your spine. You're not caving. Keeping that chest feeling open. Remembering that if this is your place of max sensation, it's fine. You are fine and wonderful just the way you are. I would rather that you listen to your body rather than hurt yourself and harm yourself. So again, There's a couple of different ways you can invite movement in this posture. You can do a gentle rock side to side. You can play with lifting your legs and then exhaling and pressing your elbows into your thighs. You can play with a reaching out and inhaling back up, and then exhaling back out. So just go ahead and play around within the posture, finding the version that speaks to you today, whether it's a little bit of movement or whether it's stillness. Remembering to unclench your toes, to relax your buttocks. You may find it enjoyable to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Playing with the gaze, bringing your gaze forward, bringing it inward. Using your hands, if they're extended, to gently walk yourself back into an upright position. Giving your legs any movement that they need. All right. So extending one of your legs out in front of you. You're going to hug your knee into your chest. You're going to cross it over your thigh. Pulling that chest nice and upright, extending your head towards the ceiling. So this is a great starting point. You can take your opposite arm, wrapping it around that top knee, and you can reach the other arm back behind you, coming into a gentle twist. If it feels safe for your neck, you can bring the gaze over your shoulder. If you'd like more sensation, you can tuck that forward leg back towards your buttocks, kind of coming into a pretzel shape. Or if you're struggling with stability, you might actually like the folded version better. Inhale, coming back to center. Switching sides, you're going to bring that forward, the matching arm towards your thigh. So a couple of places you can place your hand. There's your ankle. There's your thigh. Taking the other hand, reaching it behind you. Exhale and twist. Dropping those shoulders down and away from your ears. Unraveling and coming back to center. Giving that knee a hug in towards your chest as you move it back to its side. Exhale, straightening the leg, perhaps playing with a little bit of flex in the feet. Switching sides, drawing that knee in towards your chest, hugging it, and bringing it over top. Taking your opposite arm, hugging your knee. You're going to lift your chest. Reach the other arm behind you. Exhale and twist. If you are having difficulty with the grip around your knee, you can actually always use a strap, or you can rest your hand on the opposite hip. You can stabilize or increase sensation by tucking the bottom leg in towards, or the heel towards your buttocks. Listening into how you're feeling, giving yourself permission to be present, to feel without explaining or labeling, without having to justify. Remembering that all emotion has benefits. That even if anger, grief, frustration, melancholy are arising, that these are okay. Nothing wrong with feeling that way. Inhaling to center. Shoulders a little shimmy. Switching sides. Again, you can clasp at the ankle, at the thigh, or just in front of you. Or even just resting the hand at your knee. So inhaling, reaching that hand back and behind. Exhale and twist. Remembering that we don't need to wrench the body. You don't need to. We're not corkscrews. You're not trying to open the bottle. Allowing the arms and shoulders to soften. Finding engagement without strain. Which I have to even remind myself, because sometimes I want to wrench it. I think all of us remember the days sitting in school desks and you grabbing the back of your seat to crack your spine. Gently unraveling. Hugging that knee in towards your chest. Bringing it back and straightening. Giving yourself any movement that you may need. So tipping your body to one side, bringing yourself to your knees, You're going to come to your mat, into your tabletop. So stacked shoulders, stacked knees, grounding through the palms, opening the fingers nice and wide, feeling the contact that your thumb and pointer finger make. Do a couple cat and cows. So inhaling, extending the spine up towards the ceiling, dropping the chin in towards your chest. And exhale, dropping the belly, bringing the gaze towards the ceiling. Soft belly, soft pelvis. Inhale. Bending that spine. Exhale. Tip tailbone, soft belly, soft gaze. Inhaling, coming back to neutral spine. On your next inhale breath, reaching one arm up, extending it towards the ceiling. Exhale, threading the arm through. Bringing your head towards the floor, allowing that shoulder to rest. A couple of ways to increase sensation. Using your hip, you're going to press the weight towards the shoulder. Press your weight in the same direction as the shoulder that's on the floor. You can walk your knees in closer to your chest. If you're finding this very intense, you can actually walk the knees away from the body. Remembering to keep engagement within the neck. You're not dumping your weight into your head. Gaining a hold of your breath, feeling the inhale as it presses your belly towards your thighs. Feeling the exhale as it fills your low spine, pulling your belly up and away from the thighs. Again, perhaps chanting release, softness. Inhaling, coming back to center. Giving yourself any movement that you need. So I need to switch sides. I just about did the same one. So on your next inhale breath, reaching the opposite arm up. And on your next exhale breath, sweeping the arm through, resting. Resting your head on the floor, resting your shoulder, increasing sensation by walking your knees close to your chest and pressing the thigh, the matching hip towards the edge of the mat. Keeping your face soft while inviting engagement within the neck. Feeling the inhale and the exhale. Unclench your jaw. Relax your fingers of the extended arm. When you're using your inhale breath to come back to center. Again, giving your arms and shoulders any movements that they may need. So taking your knees nice and wide, allowing your toe or your big toes to meet. And we're going to use the hands and press backwards into a wide-legged child's pose. If you are finding that this is hard on your knees, you can actually place that blanket between your thigh, or between your thighs and your calves. You could place a block just under your bum. Under your pelvis. And depending on how your arms and shoulders are feeling, you can reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat, opening through the chest, or if you are feeling even I get pinches sometimes. Bringing your buttocks towards your heels. You can rest your arms, looking kind of, or you can reach towards your ankles, resting your face on the floor. Depending on which sensation you prefer. So pinching your shoulder blade, if the arms are extended, drawing the shoulder blades towards one another, allowing them to pinch towards the center of the body, facilitating the opening in the chest, feeling them as they slide down towards your buttocks. Perhaps you notice the space in the armpits. Perhaps you are feeling the lengthening in the arms. Perhaps you notice the sensations within your chest, feeling the openness. Perhaps you are noticing the compression of your hips and knees. Perhaps you feel as your buttocks are reaching towards your heels. Maybe you are feeling the softening of your face. Perhaps you notice the space that is created for your belly, being cradled between your knees. Perhaps you're noticing on your exhale the feel of your pelvis as it tilts through the pelvic floor. When you're ready, gently creeping the torso back up towards the arms, resituating your knees, coming back to center. Perhaps extending or taking turns, extending one leg towards the foot of the mat in a supported plank. So sitting back up on your heels, going to transfer your weight onto your bottom. Switching the legs, and we're gonna come back, lean back. How much time I have left? So using your hands for support, walking yourself down onto your back. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself a gentle rock side to side, or forward and back. Yes, this feels like it should give you a better view, a different view. All right. So we're gonna do a spinal twist. So choosing a side, you're gonna extend that arm out towards the side body, taking the opposite hand onto the opposite knee. With control, you're gonna allow your knees to drop out or to the side. Depending on how your neck is feeling, you can bring your gaze out over the fingers of the extended arm. So remembering that you're wanting to try and keep both shoulders on the ground within this posture. If you'd like more sensation, you can extend the bottom foot towards the foot of your mat, giving the knee more space to drop. Depending on what you have at home, or if you even have somebody hanging out at your house, you could even put a sandbag up on your shoulder or on the wrist to help you ground through that arm. You know, even if you have a small child that can come and gently press, sit on your arm. You can have their little hands press on the bicep and then just off of the shoulder. Help them, and they can press that shoulder down for you. Allowing the arm to feel heavy, the chest to feel heavy. If your knees are feeling restricted, you can place a block between your knees. If the hips are feeling tight, you may also even enjoy placing the block gently at your spine. Although technically that pulls the shoulder up off the floor, but it does help facilitate some of the twist in the hips. Allowing your shoulder to feel soft and heavy. Allowing the hips to relax, using your breath to release any tension that you are holding in your glutes. Perhaps noticing the sensation of your thighs on top of one another.
Using your breath to help you feel the openness within the posture. Perhaps noticing the spaces created in the arms and chest, in the spine, in the hips, in your legs. Feeling the vastness of your faith. When you're ready, removing props out of your way if you've placed them. Guiding yourself back to center, giving your hips and arms, shoulders, any movements that they may need. We're gonna switch sides. Extending your arm up to the side. Move it a little bit so I don't get hit by me. Extending the arm out to the side. Taking the opposite hand onto the opposite knee. Being mindful, allowing that hip to drop away from the extended arm. Keeping those shoulders grounded. As you notice, I sometimes shift to make sure that I can achieve that, that orientation. Sometimes tucking or lifting the opposite shoulder and helping draw my spine that direction. So depending on how your neck is going, bringing your gaze out over the fingers of the arm. Creating more sensation by extending the foot, so the bottom foot towards or away from your knees. Giving more space for that thigh to drop. Gently shifting your body back onto your spine. Knees in towards your chest. Using your hands to gently give your legs a massage. Perhaps hugging your knees in tight, drawing your forehead towards your knees, your chin towards your chest. And as you exhale, feeling the contact that is being made with the floor and your low spine. Feeling that gentle melting. When you're ready, coming towards your final Savasana, reaching your heels towards the foot of your mat, allowing the toes to point towards the corners, feeling that openness within the thighs and pelvis. If you feel like this is rough on your spine, you can roll up a blanket and place it gently or beneath your low back or underneath your knees. So for our final Savasana today, we are going to do a gentle body scan. So tucking those shoulder blades underneath the body, allowing the chest to be more open. Finding an orientation for your arms that feels nourishing to you. So depending on the time of day that you're doing this practice, if you are doing this practice in the evening, you'll want to start from your head and work towards your toes. If you are doing this in the morning, you'll want to start with your toes and work towards your head. So since it's morning for Amy and I will walk you through the process of that direction. So extending the toes out wide, feeling them fan out, and gently relax them. Allowing the heels to flex the feet and relax. Feeling the calves, flexing your calf and release. Flex the thighs and release. Clench your buttocks and release. Contract your abdominals. And release. Flex the chest or your torso, feeling your side body, and release. Clench your fists and release. Flex your forearms and release. Clench your biceps, your upper arms. And release. Clench your shoulders and your chest. And release. scrunch up your face. And release. Taking a couple of minutes to notice how your body is feeling. Again, remembering if you're doing this practice in the morning, you'll draw from your feet upwards, and if you're trying to prepare yourself to go to sleep, you'll want to work from your head back to your feet. Feeling the energy. So if you are doing this in the evening, using your inhale to notice how your face is feeling, and then draw it with your breath, drawing the sensations towards your feet. Inviting a melting, relaxing sensation. Softening in the face and the head, and working your way to your feet. If you are doing this in the morning, working from your feet, noticing the energy, or noticing how your feet are feeling. Using that inhale to fill the space, and your exhale to draw sensation towards your head. Perhaps noticing places that feel restricted or blocked. Inviting a gentle trickle with your breath. Embracing things as they are. Filling your body with light. Sensing the glow. If you're doing this practice in the morning, you'll want to focus on the inhale. If you're doing this practice at night, you'll want to focus on your exhale. A few more minutes, go ahead and embrace the practice, allowing yourself to settle. Ready, walking your knees in towards your chest, choosing a side to twist towards, shifting the hips, shifting the body. Taking a few deep breaths, reintegrating as you invite yourself into awareness, into the space that you are occupying. And when you're ready, using your hands to help you come into a comfortable seated position.
taking a moment to express gratitude for your body, for what it can do instead of what it can't. Expressing gratitude for the feet that carry you through this life, for the adventures that you go on. For your legs and the strength that they give you, for the power, for your hips that help you to carry your burdens, that help distribute the weight, that give you so much expression within emotion. For your belly and its ability to nourish your body, for its softness. For your lungs and the breath that it gives you. For those moments that cause you to catch your breath. For those moments where you lose your breath, both the joyous and the painful. For your heart that is so open and loves so deeply. For your hands that you extend to those in need, and the hands that you extend when you are in need. For your shoulders, for their ability to carry your burdens, and that allow you to be a shoulder to cry on, allowing you to help others carry their burdens. For your voice, for its words of kindness, for the boundaries that you are able to set. For your eyes that can see the beauty of life and the devastation that makes those moments so much more beautiful and meaningful. And for your mind that helps you to make decisions, that helps you to learn and grow and progress. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. I hope that you leave feeling nourished and cared about, feeling loved and appreciated for what you are. Namaste.